Stress is everywhere: deadlines, bills, uncertainty, expectations. We wake up anxious, spend the day overwhelmed, and go to bed with our mind still racing. We try meditation apps, to-do lists, caffeine, or even distractions, but the pressure never really leaves. But what if the solution to modern stress was actually ancient? What if the greatest tools for calm, focus, and inner peace were written down over 2,000 years ago? Let's talk about Stoicism, not as a theory, but as a practice. Not about being emotionless, but about being emotionally wise. Stoicism isn't cold. It's clear. It doesn't deny your stress. It teaches you how to carry it, and eventually, how to let it go. The first lesson the Stoics teach us is this: control what you can. Let go of what you can't. This simple idea, repeated by Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, is the foundation of a calm mind. Most of our stress comes from trying to control things that are outside of our control. Other people's opinions, the future, traffic, the past, outcomes. The Stoics remind us, these things are not yours to command. What is in your control? Your actions, your words, your thoughts, your effort, your response. Epictetus said it best: some things are up to us, and some things are not. Stress begins to dissolve the moment we stop wasting energy on what's not ours to carry. The next Stoic teaching is, don't suffer imagined troubles. We worry about things that haven't happened. We replay mistakes that are already over. Marcus Aurelius wrote, you suffer more in imagination than in reality. In other words, your mind is often the biggest source of your stress, not reality itself. You fear the meeting next week, the conversation tomorrow, the what-ifs, the maybes, the might-happens. But Stoicism trains us to come back to the present, to deal with what is, not what might be. So when stress arises, the Stoics would say, pause, ask, is this happening right now? Is this something I control? Is this worth my peace? That awareness alone can shift your entire nervous system. Another powerful Stoic idea: you don't control events, only your judgment of them. Things happen. Life surprises us. People disappoint us. Plans fall apart, but the Stoics believe that events are neutral. It's our interpretation that gives them weight. Seneca said, we suffer not from the events in our lives, but from our judgment about them. This means stress doesn't come from reality, it comes from the story we tell ourselves about it. You can choose to see a challenge as a curse, or as an opportunity to grow. You can see failure as the end, or as a lesson. This mental flexibility is at the heart of Stoic calm. And here's another key: memento mori. Remember, you will die. At first, this sounds dark. But it's not about fear. It's about focus. When you remember how short life is, small stressors start to lose their grip. You stop wasting time on things that don't matter. You stop stressing over perfection, or reputation, or comparison. You start appreciating now. Marcus Aurelius said, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. This is not about anxiety, it's about urgency with purpose. Stress fades when you're aligned with what matters most. The Stoics also practice something called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of adversity. They mentally rehearsed what could go wrong, not to become fearful, but to become prepared. You imagine the delay, the failure, the betrayal, and then remind yourself, even if this happens, I will remain steady. I will endure. I will act with reason. This isn't pessimism, it's inner strength. It's the calm that comes from having already met your fear in your mind, and knowing you can survive it. And finally, the Stoics valued virtue over outcome. Success? Great. Failure? Fine. What matters most is, did you act with courage? With justice? With wisdom? If yes, then you've already won. When your goal shifts from things going my way to being my best self no matter what happens, stress starts to lose its power. So what does Stoicism for stress actually look like in your day? It looks like taking a breath before reacting, pausing to ask, is this in my control? Letting go of perfection, returning to the present, choosing perspective. Prioritizing values over outcomes, practicing stillness, not just in your schedule, but in your soul. In a chaotic world, Stoicism is not detachment, it's clarity. It's not avoidance, it's engagement with grace, it's the ability to hold steady when everything around you is shaking. So the next time stress hits, remember Epictetus, remember Marcus, remember Seneca, and remember, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength.